parents got a cauliflower, and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes. Like your...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1, as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Titans going up against the Los Angeles Red Dragons. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Red Dragons. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delaney Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver, so he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Fresh set of downs here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Mariota now. Walker with a grab, left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early. And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Oh, Brandon, that was a big play by the defense to keep him out of the end zone on 3rd down. So there's an early decision to be made here, isn't there? I know that 3 is awfully tempting, but I'd pull on my big boy pants right now, and I'd go for it.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
So 2nd and 10 here. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That one goes for 13. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That was 2nd down run for Murray, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Second down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll make it 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Brief break in the action here. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And Stills over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing is Mariota. Left side, caught by Matthews. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw is Mariota. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Here we go now.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initials.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And his guys have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Robinson. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they're going to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
And he's got daylight. The 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Robinson. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In the past, we've seen running backs break the rules, run a draw, break it off to the left, and go for big yardage. That didn't happen here. There's no reason for us to just absolutely crush him on that play. You never know when it'll actually break out for a big game.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains.
Here we go now. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Second down and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he finds Stills, complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I heard so much about the offense Marcus Mariota ran while he was at Oregon, about how people were just wide open, how he couldn't fail to hit them. But I always said the same thing. He sure as heck didn't miss them very often. Very accurate, even on short throws.
Yeah, he can go short. He can go deep, obviously, but he's really good with that short passing game.
Dart thrower, very accurate. Receivers love him.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing is Mariota, buying time to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Bortles. finding time. This will be caught at about the 3. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the lead will grow by one more. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Throwing, Mariota, left side, caught by Matthews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Shipped together here from the D-line. Now Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Mariota on first down. He finds Matthews. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Titans a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's fourth down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
They're going to run it with Murray. DeMarco Murray stopped up short on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see Allen Robinson. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Allen. Allen Robinson, 62 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target. 3rd down here.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing is Mariota. Caught out left side by Robinson. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now Mariota, and that is incomplete here.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. 3rd and goal, Mariota. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. That's caught at the 2. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game.
It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. It's picked up, and he's into the clear. 20, 10, 5, and it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and there's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week, because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time is it.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing is Bortles. He's got time in the pocket. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Bortles going to look to throw. He's going to let it go again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Hey, 52.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the line linebacker Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.